All right. Very good. So we'll start, of course, with our warm-ups. So as far as, let me actually see everyone else. All right. Very cool. All right. So we'll start with our warm-up. And again, just working away from our heads to our toes. I'll make a couple announcements as more people come in. I sent out an email regarding some announcements, but I'll go over that after the warm-up. So let's go ahead and do some neck circles very slowly. And again, I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old on the other side of these four walls. So I apologize if you guys hear some random screaming or yelling. It's probably my nephew's running around. Like I said, the slower the better. Just make sure. All right, switch directions. Very good. Let's let the weight of our arm, let's grab our left side and let that weight of our right arm kind of stretch out this left side. Let's switch. I want to try this new one. We did it yesterday, so if you're in class yesterday, you'll remember it. But we're gonna do some neck retractions. So pretty much what this looks like, we're pretty much trying to be like a turtle right now. So we're just gonna be upright and then just bring our neck and our head forward, then back, then forward. So if you guys could see that we're trying to, work on the vertebrae to move in a different range of motion. So again, we're not moving our chest back and forth. It's just our neck forward. All right, very good. Okay, let's go with some windmills. So just arm circles, just about 10 of them. All right, switch directions. All right, very good. Let's do some close arm circles. So let's do the right arm one at a time. So keeping that arm close to our body, really making some big circles, going forward, that right arm. Again, if there's any discomfort, just let me know, and we'll avoid that movement. All right, let's reverse the same arm. All right, left arm. So that left arm forward, keeping it tight. All right, reverse. All right, we're gonna do some shoulder circles now. So let's bring those shoulders up to our ears. Drop them down as low as we can. Also warming up our back. All right, switch directions. Let's go backwards. We're gonna add two more other ones to warm up our back on today's session as well. Do this shortly. Let's just stretch out our shoulder joint here. So let's just bring that arm across, stretching out our tricep a little bit. Make sure you're pulling. Remember, all these stretches, you're trying to hold on for about 20 seconds. So, and remember, for our classes, at least with mine, we don't have any music in the background, but you guys are more than welcome to throw any music on your side of the screen. So let's switch. All right, very good. So we're gonna do one of the new ones for our back. So what I want you guys to do, again, some of these new ones we did yesterday. So like I mentioned, we're gonna do some scapula pinches. So imagine a peanut in that center of your back, and you're trying to crack that peanut with your shoulder blades, okay? So you're pretty much just squeezing back, almost like bringing your elbows back, trying to make contact with each other. We're engaging more on that back, trying to squeeze together. So, and if you're just tuning in or signing on, don't worry. We're about 5 minutes into our warm up. You haven't missed a workout yet. All right, let's do a couple more of those squeezes. And this time when we're squeezing, let's try to hold for about 3 seconds. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. All right, last one. Squeeze. Relax. All right. Okay, so for this next one, instead we did this yesterday, almost like a wall slide. So find a wall, any wall, and we're just gonna go on it, kind of put our arms against that wall. My palms are against the wall, and then we're just sliding up and down. Okay. So yeah, Ella, make sure you don't knock down those picture frames. So just slide up and down, as far up as you could go, and as far down. And again, we don't want any pain. So this one's definitely the slower, the better. And we're gonna be doing some shoulder presses on today. So this is a good movement to add to our warm up. Actually feels pretty good. But try to keep those palms or the back of our hands to make contact with the wall. All right, let's do one more. And relax. Ooh, feels good. All right, let's continue. All right, let's go to one of the original ones, some trunk rotations. So all we're gonna do is just rotate right here, fist in front of us, and just start rotating slowly. And remember, if you're thinking, why do I feel more sore, tired than yesterday's class? Remember, we're also doing this class 3 hours earlier than yesterday. So if you just got out of bed, you're probably a little bit more likely to be more tight. Make sure your hips are facing forward and just our upper body is rotating. Very good. All right, we're gonna do some ab stretches. So this is gonna be the standing ab circle. So pretty much we're gonna go left, keeping our back straight, coming across, and then pumping, leaning back, and then continuing that side as well. Stretching out our lower back as we are coming across that front part of our body. And as we're leaning back at an angle, we're really stretching out those abdominals and obliques. Do one more on each side. Very good. All right. You guys feeling good? Let's just kind of cross check our arms. This is gonna stretch out our shoulders a little bit, our back as well. Let's just kind of our arms forward too. We're gonna be doing some shoulder raises today. So front raises, also side raises. So we just kind of wanna get used to this movement. All right, we're gonna do some hip openers. Or actually hula hoops. So giant hula hoops. So start with some big circles. This is one of my top 3 favorite stretches. My hamstrings are a little sore from yesterday's session. I went for a run too, so that actually might do it. So just some giant circles, keeping our feet still, just team with those giant circles. You should feel that stretch throughout the entirety of your upper legs, your thighs, your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings. All right, switch directions. And some pops. All right, very good. And let's go with some hip openers. So again, hip openers. We're gonna be standing under stance here, and then just driving that one right knee up, and then off to the side, coming back. It's also working on our balance. So if you have a little bit poor balance, make sure that you have an object close to you that you could hold on to as we're doing this stretch. So again, the main objective of this movement is opening up that hip. It's not to stand on one leg. So I don't mind if you guys are holding on to something. Let's do 2 more on each side. Very good. All right, after that, we have some leg swings. So go ahead and find a wall near you. We're gonna do some leg swings. Just make sure you don't kick anything. Make sure this my leg. All right, and then we're just gonna swing back and forth across. So let's continue here. We'll go about 12 swings per leg. Remember, it's a swing, it's not a kick, so it shouldn't feel forceful. You just feel like you're swinging at your hip joint. All right, 3, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, now we're gonna swing across our body, okay? So we're gonna be facing the wall and then just swinging our leg across. So we'll do 12 as well per leg. Remember, try to keep your hips facing forward, not turning too much with your legs. All right, switch legs. Three, 2, 1, time. All right, very good. Yeah, that left hip always gives me an issue. A bunch of cracking on that one. Okay, what we're gonna do? Quad stretch. Okay, so let's stretch the quads. Just grab right above the ankle and pull back. Again, if you need to hold on to something, go ahead and do that. Just gonna pull back. think we all have familiar faces here. I don't know if we have anyone new. Anyone new here today? Switch legs? I think everyone's a returner now, so cool, I'm glad. Sure you're pulling back. Really want to feel that stretch on that quad. All right, let's do the hamstring stretch, okay? Done this one before. Another probably top 3 favorite stretches. So slight bend at the knees. Let's just start sliding our hands down our legs. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Until we can't no more. And we're stretching, holding it there. Okay, let's reach a little bit more. Might even be touching the floor. Let's hold. And let's try to bring those knees back. So try to straighten out your legs if you can. Get warm. All right, relax those knees. Then slowly, slowly come back up. All right. Very good. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more. So if you guys could find a chair, let's just do the ABCs real quick with our ankles, just so we could make them a little bit more mobile. So again, ABCs just the shapes of the capital letters. You guys could sit down, do both legs at the same time. Those. Very good. Okay, and then we're gonna do a new one too. We're just gonna be rocking on our feet to stretch out our calves a little bit. So we're just gonna be rocking back and forth. Get on our toes, get on our heels. Again, if you need to hold on to something, go ahead. So getting on that toe is gonna stretch out the calves. And then getting on our heels is gonna stretch out that muscle right in front of our shin. And absolute favorite stretch, we're gonna do the deep squat stretch. So drop the heels down to below your knees, separate your knees at your elbows. Just hold this for about 30, 40 seconds. All right, let's get off our heels onto our toes. Let's stay upright. And let's drop those heels. And slowly let's push our hands on our legs and come and rise up. All right, very good. So there's our warm up. Like I said, if we're gonna be working out every joint, then I want to warm up every joint. I don't just want to warm up upper body if we're gonna be doing legs too. So if it gets a little bit longer, it's for that reason. So yeah, so make sure you guys have some water. Have that nearby. And again, there's 25 of us right now on here. If you do need the recording, please just go on the chat and let me know. And you could just let me know with your email address as well. So I don't have to track down your email address. You'll get your video a lot sooner than later. So if you can do that right now, that would be ideal. And again, equipment for today, resistance bands, dumbbells. If you don't have a dumbbell, maybe just a heavier object, your yoga mat. I was gonna mention too, some of the movements that we do, if you have carpet, you could probably do these workouts barefoot if you're comfortable with it. You know, I'm here, I have carpet, wearing just my socks. I wouldn't do that in my garage. It's a little bit dirtier. But yeah, that's just, you know, you kind of work out the bottom, your arches as well a little bit, unless you have some pain. But other than that, if everyone's here, most of you guys probably got my email yesterday. There is some confusion with the classes. So apparently, I was teaching strength and balance, lower body strength and balance on Wednesdays, and flexibility and mobility on Monday, which yesterday was our first day. But apparently the system swapped those around. So so lower body strength and balance is going to be a Monday class, and then flexibility and mobility will be a Wednesday class, and we'll start that next week. I'm not going to do flexibility and mobility again tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. And again, I see familiar faces, so maybe it's not even a difference as long as you get the workout in. So yeah, any questions about that? All right, so let me just check the chat. All right, good morning. All right, cool. So I'm seeing a lot of email addresses. Perfect. All right, guys, so if you guys are ready, we'll start. So let me just get my workout book. Again, we'll start with the easier ones, and then as we progress, we'll go with the more challenging ones or the more demanding ones, okay? So we're gonna start with the high knee progression. So again, just high knee march. So 20 seconds of each one. You could just stay at the high knees, and we'll do that. So really try to drive those knees, especially if you can't continue to the skip and the run. Try to emphasize a lot of range of motion on these. Really drive those knees. Right now we're gonna do the skip. So the skip just gets us off our heel a little bit, more into our toes, stretches out the calf muscles a little bit more. And I do have a short video at the end of class. I think it's like 5 or 6 minutes. And I think that's something I'm gonna start incorporating at the end of classes. So, all right, let's do the running motion. 15 to 20 seconds. And time. All right, relax. Again, a towel too, probably if you start sweating. All right. Go with butt kicker. So we do this one in our cardio and core class a little bit. So the heels to glutes. You could do that one, which is this movement here. And that's a little bit easier. You could do that movement, or we could do butt kickers. Okay. So you just kind of choose your poison. All right, 30 seconds, okay? Non-stop. Ready? Okay, go. Five, four, three, two, one. Time. Alrighty. Ooh. Really working those. All right, we've done this one before. We're gonna go up to a wall. So I'll take you guys to, we're gonna do the single leg bent wall squat, long name, really easy to do. So you guys could see, I'm gonna do my right leg first. So my left leg makes contact with the wall. Right leg makes contact with that left heel. So pretty much I'm just using that left leg just to give me a distance. So I'm just on one leg. My hands are holding onto the wall. Then I'm just gonna do a one leg squat. Okay, let's do 10 of these. Make sure you have that wall so you're safe. The slower you go down, the slower you come up, the better. It's also the most challenging, so use your best judgment, make sure you're safe. And let's do 3 more. Last one. All right, very good. All right, now let's put our right foot up against the wall. Left foot on that heel of that right foot. Now we're working on that left leg. Same movement. Ready? Okay, go. So again, we're going for 10 of these. We're at 5. And if you could go lower, you're gonna feel a nice stretch on your calf. 2 more. And last one. Oh man, my nephew's not getting his way with something right now. He's upset. So, all right. Let's move away from that door. All right, one moment. All righty. Did that. Okay, so this one's gonna be the big movement for this set, which is gonna be hand walkout. So hand walkout is gonna be, if you guys could see me from there, we're gonna be crawling with our hands. It's almost like the push-up position and back. Okay, if you need a little bit of rest, you could rise up and then restart. And if you don't need rest, you could just go to this position. Okay. And if the walking or crawling too far from you is too difficult, then just crawl for me, maybe up to here, and then just come back up. So it's gonna full body workout right there. All right, ready? We're gonna try for 40 seconds. Ready? Start in 3, 2, 1, begin. Halfway there. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Whew. All right, yeah, so those as you're crawling, those shoulders, those arms are working. As you get to that far point, those calves are being stretched. So, all right, and to finish off this step, we're gonna do 5 sets today. To finish off step 1, we're gonna do power jacks, okay? 30 seconds. So squat down right here and power jacks, okay? You guys have to make sure you're squatted down. Ready? 3, 2, let's squat. 1, go, 30 seconds. Halfway there. Three, 2, 1, time. All right, set 1 completed. Reward yourself with some water. Good job. Okay. Very good. Take about another minute rest. you want to rest in between, come join me. We'll do 10 squats right now. So I have a light dumbbell, do 10 squats. You don't have to, you could rest, but if you want some extra credit, let's do 10 sumo squats, okay? Ready? So wide stands. This dumbbell here is 8 pounds. It's a little bit more resistance. And those sumo squats, you want to get really low. So as low as you can. My toes are pointed outwards. They're not pointed forwards. All right, 2 more. All right, very good. All right, let's give you folks about 10 seconds rest. And then we'll start the next set. Okay, next one. If you have your resistance bands, you're gonna be doing a bent over row, which is going to be, glad my sister bought the bands. So again, these bands, if you don't have any, I think I send my athletes a link. I found them for $20 now. So they went up a couple bucks. So bent over rows. So you guys see me, I'm bent over here. My back is straight on that arch. Then I'm just pulling on, pretty much bringing my elbows directly behind me, just straight up. And if you have a dumbbell, what that's gonna look like, I would kind of use, maybe do one at a time. Hold on to a bench or a chair. And just bring that weight completely up, okay? So it's not an arm workout, it's a back movement, okay? I'm gonna go with the rows, with the bands. And if the bands, you feel like they're too light or it's not a lot of resistance, then I want you to maybe stack them. Maybe use 2 bands. That's the nice thing about these. You could even go up to like the 5 bands at some point. I'm gonna step on them, make sure it's even on both sides. And then grab them, grip them, then pull back. So let's do 12 of these. And again, the slower, the better. Make sure you're breathing. Very good. My 12 right there. We'll go back and do another set of those in a little bit. So if you did one at a time, make sure you switch and do the other arm. Give you guys a few more seconds to complete that. All right. So we had some people ask for push-ups last time. So we'll be doing push-ups right now. So give me 10 to 15 push-ups. If you want to work a little bit more on your triceps, then I want you to have this position here where your hands are close to your body. If you want to develop your biceps and your chest a little bit more, let's go a little bit wider stance, okay? So remember, close is going to be more for your back, inside of your chest, and your triceps. Wider stance is going to be more for that entire chest and your biceps. So you guys kind of pick what you want to do, okay? We could do both actually. So let's go with the wider one first, and then we'll do later in the workout, we'll do a closer stance. So let's do 10 to 15. If you need to do knee assisted push-ups, that's okay too. All right, ready? There you go. So wide first. Control it, make sure you're breathing. Very good. There's also, I saw another variation on YouTube that you could do with push-ups if you have the band. If you have the band, you can actually put the band around your back and then, your hands on that band and then go down and push against that band as you're going up. Just add some resistance. So it's another way if you guys feel like the push-ups are too easy sometimes, but you do enough of those, you're gonna get tired. All right, so we're gonna do single leg bridges like those two. So this one's for the hamstring and the glutes. So on our backs, almost like a sit-up, if we're gonna do a sit-up. But if it's too challenging, then you could do regular bridges, which is just bringing our hips off the ground and squeezing the glutes as we're doing that. That's regular bridges. If you're doing those, I want you to do 15 of those. If you're gonna do single leg bridges, I want you to do 10 on each leg. So we'll go with the single leg bridges. So let's elevate our right leg. So we're holding our left side, our left leg, and then same motion. Squeeze and back down. And we want to hold for about 2 seconds in this position here. Back down. Let's do 10 on each leg. And again, if you can't do the single, then do both legs at the same time. But I want you to do 15. Two more. Moving. Last one. Good. All right. That leg that's keeping us up could get fatigued. So, and let's rest a little bit. Let's switch. So left leg elevated now. Ready? 10 of them. Here you go. Remember to hold it for about 2 seconds up top. And I want you to just raise it and drop it immediately. Okay, last one. There you go. Those hamstrings are working. Woo. How are you guys doing? You guys doing well? Ella, Debbie, is good? Okay. Very good. All right. Oh, we got someone new. Someone just signed on. And then, okay. Go. Very good. Woo! Crawling over here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do bicep curls. So if you guys have your bands, grab your bands. If you don't, then grab your dumbbells. And if you don't have that, then I am going to ask you to do another set of push-ups right now. We will do another set together later on. But right now, bicep curls, we do want to work that area out. So, and again, some of these, I don't know if my sister has them here. Yeah. So if you order the rubber bands or the resistance bands, these should come with handles. Do you guys see these little handles here? And you could clip these to the resistance bands and make them a little bit more functional. So I think the black band is supposed to be like a 30-pound resistance. And the red band is another 20 pounds. But it also depends where you're stepping on them. Okay, so bicep curls, it's a regular curl. So again, bicep curl, you come up, then control it on the way down. And I want you guys to go all the way down, not just stop here, okay? This isn't a bicep curl here. You have to go all the way down. If you don't have equipment right now, you could probably still do it with the handle of a milk gallon, the handle of a detergent container. But if you absolutely don't have anything, then I want you to do another 15 push-ups. We're doing 12 of these. Control it on the way down. It should take you about 2 to 3 seconds to bring the weight down, especially if it's a little bit lighter. Do a few more. Last one. Very good. It's a big arm set right here. Okay. Then now we're gonna do dips. You guys find a chair. Have the edge of my sister's bed here. So we're gonna do dips. So again, the further your legs are from your body, the more challenging. The closer your feet, your knees are to the center of your body, then a little bit easier. So okay, make sure it's safe. So let's do 12 of these. All right. All right, that's set number 2. Once you're done, let's get some water. Of course, don't forget to have a breakfast ready after this or a brunch. All right. And we're gonna give our upper body a little bit of a rest. We're gonna go with Superman's, which is gonna work on our lower back, okay? Give you guys about another 30 seconds. And we'll finish this set off with some other stuff for our shoulders and our arms. So. Good. You all right, Ella? You passed out. All right, we're gonna go with Superman's. Oh, you're ready for Superman's. Okay, so we're gonna be face down here. So we've done Superman holds, where we're holding up here in that position. Where if you can't see me, back up a little bit. We're here, legs are elevated, chest is elevated. But what I want you guys to do this time, I think we could get a little bit more out of it, is as we're elevated, I want you guys to do this motion with our arms, okay? So we're gonna feel that on the upper back too. So almost like a shoulder press movement, but we're gonna do that as we're doing the Superman. Okay, so we're gonna hold for 40 seconds. All right, so let's elevate. And then let's start. So just remember, bring those shoulders, retract them back. We're gonna work out the entirety of our back, not just our lower back. 15 seconds in. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Whew. So just making that little adjustment, should feel it on that upper back a little bit more. All right, and we'll continue working our kind of like our midsection. And we'll do that with fire hydrants and donkey kicks, okay? So donkey kicks, we're gonna do 8 on each side, but I want you guys to hold it in that up top position for about 3 seconds, okay? The donkey kicks, again. Oh, hold on, we got a little invader in here. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so on our fours, and then we're gonna hold up here for about 3 seconds, and then drop down, and do that again. So we're gonna do that 8 times, okay? So you guys can go ahead and begin. 8 on each leg, each hold, 3 seconds. Good, all right, let's switch legs. Once we've done that 8 seconds. Last one, over there. All right, very good. All right, now we're gonna do fire hydrants. So now that should have activated kind of like that glute part that's directly behind us. Now the fire hydrants are gonna activate our hips and kind of that lateral side of our glutes on that side. So fire hydrants, we're coming off to the side here. Okay, so and hold for about 2 seconds and control it on the way down. And again, 8 on each leg. And switch legs. One more. Good. Really feel it on that outside part. You guys felt it here? Debbie? Ella? Okay, good. All right, remember, don't switch sides and turn on your cameras. All right, let's grab that dumbbell or the band. Again, if you have the band, we're gonna do tricep extensions. If you have the bands, I want you guys to start here and then just stretch back. Okay, you do that. If you have the dumbbells, we're just gonna bring that elbow back and then just extend at the elbow. So the slower the better. So you can slow down a little bit, Debbie, with that. So let's do 12 on each side. Working out our triceps just like the dips were a little earlier. All right, once we're at 12, let's switch. It's kneeling as well, like Ella, myself are doing right now. Very good. All right, let's give our arms a little bit of rest. Have a little bit of water. We're gonna do a leg movement right now. Clamp cells. Give yourself some space. So again, clamshells, you want to make sure that our ankle, I'm on my laying on my left side right now. So if you guys want to join me on that side, my right ankle is above my right ankle, right knee, right above my right knee, right hip. You want to make sure and adjust that it's right above that right hip. And then we're resting on that shoulder, okay? I don't have much space here, so that's why I'm on my elbow. But if you guys want to rest on your side, you guys could do that. So what we're going to be doing here is, and if you guys do have a dumbbell nearby, you can always put that dumbbell for a little bit more resistance on your leg. And we just want to separate that knee from our knee, then close it, okay? We're going to do 12 on each side, okay? So open slowly, close. Remember, our ankle's never leaving, never stopping from making contact with our other ankle, so we're connected at the ankle. If you can, try to open a little bit more wide. You could really feel that. Make that muscle work a little bit more. Let's do 2 more. That's legs are fatiguing right now. Very good. Ready? Let's switch. Above ankle, above hip, and then let's begin. So again, 12 of these. Couple more. All right, very good. Relax. Okay, we're gonna work on our shoulders a little bit, okay? So we're gonna do shoulder taps. So this one we're pretty much getting on, you can stand our fours if we have a little bit challenging times to point ourselves with just our feet and our hands, but we're gonna be doing shoulder taps. So essentially we're doing this motion here, okay? So, and if you're not using your knees, then I want you to like a push-up position, then alternate here. Okay. If you want to start with the feet with the knees elevated, we can do that, and then just kind of as you get tired, bring those knees down. Okay. So Maura, if you could just leave me your all right, Ursula, great. Maura, if you could just leave me your email address before you leave, that'd be helpful, and I'll send you the video. All right, ready? Shoulder taps. We're gonna go for 40 seconds. Start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Working on our core too, by stabilizing it. So pretty good body workout right here. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. I got a splinter. I don't know what that was. Back in this room. All right, that was it for set number 3. So give yourself a rest, about a minute. We'll go from there. How you guys feeling? Paloma, Carla, Ursula, Karina, Patricia. How are you guys? We got our virus phone. The thumbs up. All right. Hopefully no one gets hacked. All right. Very good. All right. Let's go to step number 4. Ursula, great. I didn't call you out. I'm still asking, so let me know. Okay. So if you guys do have a small rag or if you have carpet, it might be a little bit easier. So we're gonna do the sliding squat. So sliding squat, sliding lunge. So we're gonna be here in this position, slight bend, and then just sliding, coming back, okay? We're gonna do 10 on each leg. This is another movement we'll be doing tomorrow for sure on our lower body strengthening and balance. So trying to get you guys a little tired for tomorrow. All right, ready? So we're gonna do 10 on each side. Let's do the right leg first. So slight squat, and then just slide to the right and slide back. Okay, slide back. If you could do 8, do 8. If you can do 10, go for 10. Last one. Very good. That leg that's squatting down, you might feel it more on that leg that was stabilizing that moving leg. So, all right, ready? Other side. Squat down. Again, 8 to 10. Two more. Last one. Good. All right. Out those legs. All right, we're gonna do one for our abs right now. We're gonna do leg drops. Okay. The leg drops. Get on our back. Just to see me. I'm gonna have my legs elevated directly above my hips. And I'm gonna let them drop slowly. And before they make contact with the floor, I'm gonna lift up, okay? So we're not letting them touch the ground at all. Okay, we're gonna lift up. Right before they make contact with the ground, we lift, and we lift slowly, okay? We're gonna go for 35 seconds on this one. Ready? Legs up. And let's begin. It could take you 3 to 5 seconds for those legs to come down before you raise them up. Continue on your own count. A few more seconds. You're breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. I asked for 35 seconds. You guys gave me 50, so my watch is broken. All right, so let's get those dumbbells or those resistance bands. We're gonna do some shoulder work. All right, some shoulder raises. So I'm gonna be stepping on the bands. I have the red and the black. So we're gonna do shoulder front raises first. So just bringing the bands directly in front of me and controlling them back down. If you have dumbbells, dumbbells work too. So we're going in front, about shoulder height, and then back down. So I really don't want you guys to bring your bands up here. That's what we're aiming for, okay? If the bands or the weights are too light, then control it on the way down, okay? Let's do 12 of these. Ready? Okay, go. Don't forget to breathe. About halfway there. A couple more. Last one. Good. All right, very good. Relax those shoulders. All right. If you have those dumbbells, now we're gonna do side raises. So these sometimes they're a little bit more challenging, the side raises. So if you want to adjust your band slightly, we could do that. Otherwise, get it. So go with some dumbbells for this one. All right, so again, 10 to 12 of these. So again, these come up here and control it on the way down. So Debbie, we don't have to go that high, just about shoulder. Yeah, right there. That's about the highest we want to go. And just control it. So remember, just shoulder height, and back down, control it. Very good. Oh man. Debbie, your camera froze when you had the weights up here. So I thought you were just holding it for like 30 seconds. Oh, it froze again. All right, so 12 of those. Very good. All right, we're gonna get on the floor and do some planks. Give our arms some rest. Debbie, your camera froze when you were up here. I thought you were trying to show off. Okay, the internet connection.
Okay, so like you froze, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm gonna die. And then your whole screen went away, and I'm like, I am gonna die if he doesn't change. And then it dawned on me that you were frozen.
I thought you challenged me. I saw your arms completely up for 30 seconds.
I'm sitting there going, this guy better move soon because I'm gonna die. But you were frozen.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's get on it. That's funny. Let's go ahead and continue with planks. So let's go on our left side. We're gonna do side planks. So again, just our elbows and our ankles making contact, lifting that hip off the ground. Okay. And if you need a little bit more assistance, what you could do too is we could bring that leg that's on top in front of us a little bit more, and that could help us too. So we could always do that variation. But if you're comfortable with the regular plank, let's do that. You're gonna hold for 40 seconds. Okay, up. Again, if that's still too easy, then elevate that leg. See how long you could go. I'm shaking already doing this, so I'm dropping it. About halfway there. Five, four, three, two, one, and drop. Give that side a rest. Let's go on that opposite side. After this one, we're done with set number 4. You guys ready? Up. 40 seconds. More seconds. Three, two, one, and drop. All right, very good. All right, give yourself about a minute rest, and we'll go on to our last set. And our last set is actually a little short, so it's not too long. We'll do the cool down, and then we'll watch that short video. Yeah, folks, almost there. All right, you guys are ready. So this next one's gonna be from a squat to a calf raise. So pretty much what it's gonna look like, squat down, and then calf raise. To see how my heels come off the ground. So again, if you need a little bit of safety net, then do it close to a wall. And you could always use that wall to kind of keep us a little bit more balanced, okay? When you do the squats, please try to go at least to the minimum. I like you guys to see, unless there's any knee pain, see you could go a little bit low, maybe your hips to close to the same height as your knees before we come up off our heels, okay? So let's do 12 to 15 of these. Ready? Okay, go. So squat down. Come on. It's almost like if you're about to do a air squat, but you don't come off the ground. All right, 15. You guys are there. Let's do some work for our obliques. And we could do that. We did this one yesterday too to kind of stretch out our obliques. So if you have your dumbbells, go ahead and grab them. If you don't, get your resistance bands, step on them, grab the handles. And we're pretty much gonna do leans to the left. So just kind of dropping that left weight and coming back out. So remember, we're angling, not our neck. It's just we're arching at that oblique, okay? So let's do 10 on each side. Try to really go as low as you can before you rise up again. So again, 10 to 15, depending on how comfortable you're feeling. This isn't too challenging, but I like it because it does stretch out your obliques and like those intercostals between our ribs a little bit. All right, I'm gonna switch. Once you're done, the last one we're going to be doing is going to be shoulder shrugs. So maintaining these same weights. I want you guys, just like on the warm up when we brought our shoulders to our ears, okay? So bring those up to your ears. Relax. Same thing. Relax. Let's do 12 of these. I'm going to hold up top for about 2 seconds. Relax. Very good. Keep going. A nice way to finish the workout. Something a little bit on the less aggressive side, unless you have some really heavy dumbbells. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And we are done. Very good. Let's put those weights down. Let's let it cool down. And then, like I said, the video I have for you folks, it's only about 6 minutes long, but I think it's very educational and will give us a lot of insight on why it is we use dumbbells and resistance bands. It's a little bit animated too, so it's not just like a boring video. So let's go ahead, reset position. Got dog hair everywhere. Let's bring that left heel in, right leg back, and let's lean forward over that leg. Any questions right now? Cool down time is always a good time to ask questions if you guys have any. Good workout, Debbie?
Do what?
Good workout?
Yeah. Thought you were going to kill me there, and then I realized.
No, let's switch.
You know, my grandson was sending me videos, and so it might have popped me offline or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. Very good. Ella, is this like the 8th workout of the day for you? Yeah, something like that. All right, let's do the Hollywood stretch. So reset. Let's bring that right leg over that left leg, and then let's just rotate. Start our back a little bit as well as our glute, hamstring. How are you feeling, Ursula? Switch. Let's reset. Let's bring that left heel in. Then let's reach for that right foot. And then we're going to stretch out our upper body a little bit. So we're going to bring that hind arm over. You really feel that on your lats and on your ribs. All right, relax. Switch legs. Same movement. Reach with that left hand and then bring that right arm across your body. Relax. Butterfly stretch. Let's bring both heels in. Kind of separate with the elbows, just pressing down. Cross them now. Forward. So then on the outside part of our glutes, upper outside thighs. Bring reset, bring that left heel in, right leg goes back. Stretch. Switch. I want to stretch out our groin a little bit. So what we're gonna do is get in a lunge position. If we're doing a lunge or fighting out at a lunge, and then I want you guys to lean forward. Okay. So on my right leg, just kneeling on my left leg, but I'm leaning towards my right leg that's bent and upright. For that stretch, kind of on that leg that's making contact with the floor. Relax. Let's switch legs. Relax. And then we'll do our last form, which is the hamstring stretch. So almost like a crab walk, bringing that right leg over that left knee. We're elevated and we want to bring that chest close to our knee. All right, let's switch. Let's relax. And I'm gonna play the video. I know we've been here together about 84 minutes now. You know, I like for you guys to watch it because it is very educational. It gives you a little bit more of an understanding what it is, why I'm doing the things, or why I'm teaching you guys the things that we're learning. So if you guys don't mind sticking around, like I said, it's only 6 minutes long. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then if you have any questions, we could talk about it after. So.
Did you know that the earliest recognition of resistance bands came in 1896 when a Swiss man by the name of Gustav Gossweiler requested a patent for an elastic exercising device? To be used as a gymnastic apparatus to replace other apparatuses, Gustav's invention laid the foundation for other patents to follow up to this day. And yes, these rubbery to be portably things has become pretty popular over the years. Question is, do they actually build muscle? Let's get one thing out of the way first. If you're a beginner, absolutely, positively, you will see results using bands. Beginners, you guys are lucky. You'll pretty much respond to any type of exercise, including band exercises. Let's also get get a few more other things out of the way, bands are great for people going through physical therapy, rehab, and the elderly, since it's lower impact, easier to control for the most part, and something easy to do at home. And yes, bands are extremely portable. You can get all different colors of the rainbow with very different resistances that can do a bunch of very different exercises. Awesome. But now let's get to the good stuff. Can it give you all of them beautiful gains? We know the research definitely show a whole bunch of muscle growth and strength benefits when it comes to beginners, but as you get out of the phase athletes call newbie gains, making sure to use progressive overload and providing proper stimulus to your muscles is mucho importante for growth. So what does that mean for bands? Well, let's talk a little bit about the physiology of muscle contraction first.
Warning, boring science ahead.
Contraction occurs within a sarcomere via the sliding filament theory, where cross bridges are formed by a reaction between the elements of contraction, actin, and myosin. The head of a myosin filament attaches to an adjacent actin filament and forms the so-called bridge and then pulls the sucker towards the center of the sarcomere. The more it pulls, the shorter the muscle fiber becomes, such as when you go from straight missiles to gun show. Now, based on different lengths of the muscle fiber, the amount of force you can produce changes. At its longest, force production is lowest due to the low contact between the contractile elements. In the mid-range, force is the highest with the most contact occurring, and then weak again at its shortest length due to overlapping. Here, take this funky scenario for example. A guy is pulling a stone towards him attached to a rope. As he creates slack on the rope, another guy decides to join in and help, producing more pull power. The more they pull, the more and more people help out and produce more power. Eventually, they run out of rope space and start stepping back instead. But little did they know that there was another group pulling another stone right behind them. The two groups get in each other's way, forcing some people out, and force production dwindles. Now apply this to muscle force production and you'll see a chart like this. Weakest in the beginning, strongest in the middle, and weak again at the end. I'm not sure if that made any sense. Anyway, you're probably wondering how the heck does this have anything to do with resistance bands? Well, I'll tell you after I explain what that means for your traditional dumbbells. Now, if I were to take a weight where I can lift pretty confidently at the middle range of motion, where I'm the strongest, the weight is probably still no good because I can't lift it for reps at the weakest part of the range. That means I have to go lighter, of course. But now the weight is too light in the middle of the range and I'm not getting the maximal stimulus I need for growth. And as far as the bicep curl, I'm not getting much of a stimulus at the end neither. I know, I said that you're weaker at the end of the movement too. But in this case, something in biomechanics known as the moment arm is very short, meaning the line of resistance is very close to the axis, or your joint or elbow in this case. The shorter the moment arm, the less force needed to move an object. Thus, in the bicep curl, not a lot of force is produced at the end. I probably confused you even more than before, but let's continue. Okay, now let's finally look at resistance bands. The resistance applied from elastic bands are different from that of traditional weights. Duh. The way it is different is that it applies a growing level of resistance the more you pull through the range of motion. At the very start, the amount of tension and resistance is at its lowest, and then at its highest at the end of the movement. That's good though in this case with the bicep curl because that's what you want. A growing resistance since you're weakest in the beginning, strongest in the middle, and weak but low moment arm at the end. But it's not great for all exercises. Take the side raises for example, where you're super struggling towards the top of the movement because the moment arm is much greater. And some bands, especially loop bands that are stronger, has an extremely wide range of resistance, like this one, where it goes from 50 to 125 pounds of force, almost 3 times as much from start to finish. So this is a huge disadvantage to resistance bands, along with the fact that you'll grow out of the very light bands really quickly, and then using the heavier bands will be tough because it'll start pulling you instead of you pulling it. As far as gains, it looks feasible, but only up to a certain point. Hold on a minute. We know weights have a constant load, which can be good, but it also means not enough resistance for the middle range of motion to create an optimal stimulus. And we know bands are good because of a continuous load, but it's too low in the beginning and too tough at the end. So why not combine them together? That's right, adding bands onto your weights is probably the best way to go to compensate for the differences in muscle force production. That means greater stimuli, greater volume, and greater gains. In fact, the studies back this up, where one even found as far as strength, subjects improved their 1-rep maxes twice as much with bands and weights than using weights alone.
Results may vary.
So the smart way to use bands is to simply use them with your exercises now. But if you do choose to use bands alone, maybe you can use it as a warm-up set before jumping into weights. Some people even find it useful to supplement a workout with band exercises at the end to push volume up a bit more and creating a heavier pump. And you probably even have some awesome ideas to use with your bands. And if you do, share it in the comments. Anyway, I hope this video was more helpful than confusing. And if you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching.
What's going on, everyone?
All right.
That was a good video.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's very detailed, but yeah, it kind of explains it a little bit more. But yeah, if you guys understand, like, you know, that's what I tell my athletes too. Sometimes the people that aren't performing the best have the more chance for opportunity to develop the most. And, you know, and that comes, I think that applies to anything. I mean, when you hop into like a field, let's say you want to be a pilot, you know, you're probably going to learn a lot as you begin. It's going to be overwhelming. But as you get a little bit more better and comfortable with it, you know, you're going to be learning less and less, but you do gain experience, which is always good. And that applies, you know, with running, with weightlifting, with stretching. And that's why, like, you know, people that sometimes want to learn the splits in a week or in a month, they're able to because they start stretching a lot. But then after that, like, what's after a split? Like maybe a little bit more elevated split, but you know, you can only go so far. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And do you guys have any questions? Okay, great. Let's see, I have 2 bands without handles. So yeah, so bands without handles, they work, I think, just the same. So what's gonna be the difference is it's gonna be kind of like the grip. It could change a little bit on the way you grip it, but sometimes, like for example, you know, like let's say I'm trying to do like some curls with these handles here, and you know, I might get more work out of this band if I hold it lower here and where the handle actually is, because it's going to provide more resistance. So handles are great for grip and positioning, but if it's providing too much slack, then you might want to hold on to the band or the resistance bands maybe a little bit lower. And then there's also bands like these loops, like I'm sure you guys saw, and these are great for like squats. You know, they could actually help you, like if you're struggling to come back up from a squat, the band's gonna actually like force your legs to come together, which is gonna bring you up. So it could be one of those as well. So yeah, so I mean, you could go with bands either way. And then anything else before I begin, or I mean before I end, sorry. Any questions? All right. Well, if you guys want the video, like I said, just leave your email on the chat. And otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon. I'll send out an email, but tomorrow at noon, I'll see you guys for lower body strengthening and balance. So let's have a good day. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Coach. Thank you.
Take it easy.
Thank
Of
you.
course,